The day is folding itself away. The noise, the motion, the endless small urgencies, they are already beginning to fade. You have done enough. You have given the world your share of light. Now it is time to let the light return to you. Imagine the evening as a soft blanket, drawn gently across the edges of your mind. The sky exhales in long strokes of gold and gray. And you can exhale with it. Breathe in slowly, counting to 4. Let the air find its way into every corner of your chest. Then breathe out for 6. Let the breath be longer than the day. Let it carry everything you no longer need. The shoulders begin to lower. The spine unwinds like a rope set free. You are landing, not somewhere far away, but here, in this single quiet moment that asks for nothing, demands nothing, only invites. The world can continue without you for a while. It always does. Let it hum in the background, like the distant sea, present, but no longer pressing. Within you, there is a smaller world made of breath and warmth and memory. Tonight, that world becomes the only one that matters. Here, every heartbeat is a soft lantern. Every exhale is a door closing gently behind you. You don't need to think. You don't need to solve or reach or even try. The mind, so used to doing, is allowed to simply be. Let the thoughts drift past like paper boats. They may call for your attention, but you can watch them go. The current knows where to carry them. You are not the thoughts. You are the quiet river beneath. If your body could speak now, it would whisper, "Thank you for bringing me here, for remembering that I am tired. This is not the end of the day. It is the beginning of peace. The kind of peace that doesn't ask to be perfect, only honest. The kind that feels like forgiveness. Lay down the weight of striving. You are not being measured here. There is no clock in this stillness, no expectation to meet. Only breath and the soft rhythm of being alive. Feel the ground rise to meet you, steady and unjudging. It has been waiting, ready to hold you as gently as the sea holds a feather. Inhale, and the body remembers itself. Exhale, and the world recedes into a safe blur. Every breath says the same quiet truth. You are home now. Stay here. There is nowhere else you need to go. Nothing else you need to prove. The day is over, and you have permission to rest. Now that the ground holds you, notice how the air begins to quiet. With the body settled, the breath steady and calm. It's time to open the small bag you've been carrying inside your head all day. You know the one. The invisible backpack of thoughts and duties, of moments replayed and words you wish you had said differently. It has been with you since morning, pressing gently between your shoulders. Now, imagine setting it down. The zipper glides open with a soft sound, a sigh, really, and the contents begin to show themselves in the gentle half-light of your awareness. Take one breath in, and as you breathe out, choose one thing to lift from the bag. Perhaps it's a conversation that lingered too long in your chest, or the unfinished task that kept circling in your mind. Maybe it's a small worry that has been whispering just beneath your thoughts. If it's heavy, place it down. You don't have to carry it any farther tonight. Let it rest beside you, somewhere safe. It will wait for morning, or perhaps dissolve quietly in sleep. Another breath in, another slow exhale. Reach in again. What else is there? Maybe it's a list, endless and shifting. Maybe it's the shape of someone's face, or a small moment of guilt, or a spark of pride that you forgot to notice. Whatever you find, take it out gently. You are not judging what you kept. You are simply seeing it clearly. If it's heavy, place it down. If it's soft, place it down. If it no longer belongs to the night, place it down. The air around you thickens with ease. Each breath out is a clearing. Each breath in is lighter than before. You might find folded papers, notes to yourself from the noise of the day. Remember this, fix that, be better. Unfold them if you wish, or let them stay folded. Their words can rest too. They have done their part. Now, the bag is nearly empty. Only a few small things remain, the traces of your own kindness, the laughter that found you unexpectedly, the warmth of being human. You may keep those. They weigh nothing. They belong. Zip the bag closed, gently. You can leave it here, beside the bed of your thoughts. It will not wander away. It will not spill open again tonight. Notice how your mind feels now. Lighter, wider, quieter. The space that was once filled with movement is now a small, calm room lit only by breath. If it's heavy, place it down. If it's light, let it float. There is no need to hold. Inhale, soft and deep. Exhale, slow and sure. The day has been unpacked. You are free to rest inside yourself again, with space inside the mind. There is room now for quiet, now that the weight of the day has slipped away, and the mind has placed its burdens down. You may step softly into a room that waits within you, a room made entirely of quiet. It has no door, no key, no threshold. You do not enter it by effort, but by remembering that it's always been there. It builds itself from breath, from the hush between thoughts, from the small, tender pulse of being alive. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause, 1, 2, 3, 4. Each round of breath lays a new foundation, soft as dusk, steady as time. The air here feels like velvet, dense and gentle, wrapping around you in shades of deep blue. The walls are woven from calm itself, stitched with the threads of stillness that stretch between heartbeats. The floor beneath you is smooth, cool to the touch like polished wood after sunset. It hums faintly with memory, as though it has held many souls who have rested here before you, somewhere far off. A clock ticks softly, each sound a ripple that fades before it reaches your skin. It does not mark time anymore. It only reminds you that time is resting too. The ceiling above is not a ceiling at all. It is a quiet sky, wide and dark and forgiving. The stars have lowered themselves closer tonight, as if to watch over you in this stillness. Let yourself settle in this space. Feel how it receives you, not demanding, not judging, simply holding you the way water holds a drifting leaf. The breath continues. Even when you forget to guide it, it knows its rhythm. It has always known. Inhale, the room brightens slightly, as if a lantern were glowing somewhere behind your ribs. Hold, the glow steadies, kind and warm. Exhale, the light softens into shadow. Pause, the darkness sighs, content. Each breath builds the architecture of calm, walls of hush, a ceiling of peace, a floor of safety. If a thought arrives, let it knock softly and enter. Then let it sit down beside you, as you would welcome a small, tired guest. No need to chase it away. Even thoughts long for rest. You can imagine yourself in a chair of warmth, its surface breathing with the rhythm of your own body. The night folds itself around you like a blanket, the air a slow cradle. There is no sound but the hush of being, no movement but the rise and fall of breath. You are not waiting for stillness, you are inside it now. Let the mind settle deeper into this quiet chamber, where peace is not earned, but remembered. Here, in this room of quiet, even thoughts learn how to sit. The room of quiet holds you now, soft as dusk, steady as breath. There is nothing left to arrange, nothing left to finish. The day is ready to close itself. You do not need to push it away, nor chase it to an ending. It knows how to fold. It knows how to rest. Every day, no matter how hurried or tangled, carries within it the wisdom of closure. You can trust that. Imagine the hours like a long book in your hands. The final page lowers itself, slowly, the words fading into hush. You need not turn it. The story has found its own pause. Inhale for 4, hold for 7, exhale for 8. Let the breath unwind you, only if it's comfortable, only if it feels like kindness. The air moves through you as softly as candlelight. Each exhale a flicker, each inhale a small renewal. The wax melts at its own pace. You do not have to watch it. It will fade to dark on its own. The body begins to feel heavier, not the weight of effort, but the pull of being fully here. The bed, the air, the silence, they all rise slightly to meet you, to carry the pieces that no longer need to hold themselves up. Outside, somewhere, a door might close, not sharply, but with care. A whisper of wood against wood, a small final note that tells the house it is safe. Inside you, 1,000 tiny doors do the same. They shut one by one, quietly, each leading to something you no longer need to enter tonight. A door to thought, a door to worry, a door to wanting, all closing softly, without the sound of force. The world knows how to continue without your attention. You can release it, just for now. The stars will rise whether or not you look. The night will turn its pages without your help. Let the day tidy itself away, the way a tide gathers its foam and slips back into the sea. You are not abandoning it. You are simply allowing it to rest, too. Inhale for 4. Hold for 7. Exhale for 8. Let the exhale trail off longer than you expect, until it becomes silence itself. Notice how the silence does not feel empty. It feels complete, a soft hum beneath everything. There is nothing unfinished here. The world is whole, even in its stillness. You are whole, too. Let the day close itself. Let it find its own ending. You only need to be here, breathing, as the light fades, as the quiet deepens, as time folds itself into peace. When doors close softly, stillness has a way of opening. When the day has closed itself, and silence has settled like dust in the corners of your mind, you begin to notice something softer, the spaces between sounds. Not the sound itself, but the small quiet that lives around it. Inhale for 5, exhale for 5, and wait. 2 counts of stillness, long enough to hear the hush behind your breath. The world is never completely silent. Even the calmest night hums faintly, like a distant heartbeat in the walls of time. But between one sound and another, there is always a doorway, thin, invisible, endless. Listen for it. Between the drip of water in the pipes and the faint whisper of wind against the window. Between the rise of your inhale and the beginning of your exhale. Between the soft thought forming and the next one arriving. That between is where peace hides. The pause is not the absence of life. It is life exhaling. It is music without notes, meaning without words. Breathe in, 5. Breathe out, 5. Pause, 2. Let the body move with the rhythm of listening. Imagine the spaces stretching wider. The gap between 2 drops of rain lengthens. The hush between 2 heartbeats expands. Until the silence becomes something you can step into, like light falling through a crack in a curtain. This is what stillness feels like, not frozen, not empty, but full of hidden motion. The air itself shifting, the night breathing softly through its own lungs. When you listen deeply, you can sense how even the quiet is layered. There is the outer silence, the one that belongs to the room, to the night, to the slow turning of the earth. And there is the inner silence, the one that lives beneath your thoughts, steady as a river that never stops flowing. You can rest on the edge of both. You can float between them, held by the rhythm that asks for nothing. Between one moment and the next, the world opens a little wider. Between the breath and the pause, there is a kindness older than words. If your mind wanders, let it wander gently. It will return, like an echo fading home. Every sound finds its rest eventually. Every echo finds the wall it belongs to. Breathe again. 5 in, 5 out. 2 counts of stillness. Notice how time itself seems to stretch. How even the smallest sound, the rustle of fabric, the creak of wood, feels surrounded by light. The silence is not behind the sound. It is holding it, the way the sky holds clouds or the sea holds waves. Between one sound and the next, you find yourself. Between one breath and the next, you find peace waiting patiently. There is nothing to fix, nothing to understand. Only this listening, quiet, kind, unhurried. In every space, a softer rhythm begins to show. The silence between sounds has widened now. It holds you, like warm water around a drifting body. Nothing is pushing, nothing is forced. This is where softness begins, not as weakness, but as the quiet art of staying open. Inhale, the breath arrives. Exhale, it recedes like a tide smoothing the sand. Everything in nature understands this rhythm. The sea does not argue with the shore. It simply returns again and again. And in time, the stone becomes round. The cliffs grow kind at the edges. Softness is patient. Softness endures. Feel the body echo that wisdom. Muscles release one layer deeper. The jaw loosens, the tongue rests. The heart, no longer braced against the world, begins to drift in its own gentle current. You have been taught to be strong by holding tight. But tonight, strength is the opposite. It is the courage to unclench, to let the moment shape you the way silk shapes to skin, without resistance, without demand. Breathe in, arrives, breathe out, recedes. Each wave leaves a trace of calm. Imagine water winding through stone. It never hurries, never doubts its path. It slips into cracks too narrow for force, finds its way by listening, and over years, it transforms everything it touches. This is softness, not the absence of power, but power made humble. Feel that truth move through you. The gentleness in your breath is stronger than any argument of the mind. The warmth in your chest can outlast the coldest thought. If you have been carrying hardness, the armor of doing, of proving, of enduring, you can let it soften now. Let it rust in the sea air of this silence. Let the salt of the night wash over it until it loses its edge. It's okay. You can be soft. You can be strong in the same breath. Softness does not break. It bends. It adapts. It survives. Think of the roots of a tree threading through rock, finding nourishment in darkness. They are quiet, unseen, but they hold the forest upright. Think of silk, how it yields to every shape, yet keeps its form, never tearing, never turning hard. Softness is the shape of resilience. It moves with life, not against it. It listens more than it speaks. It heals what pressure could not. Let the breath keep its wave, arriving, receding, arriving, receding. The mind begins to sway with it, a branch moving with the wind, trusting the breeze to know its own direction. The more you soften, the safer the world becomes. Because when you meet it gently, it mirrors that gentleness back. It's okay to rest inside this yielding. It's okay to let go of being unshakable. The sky is soft tonight, and still it holds the stars. The ocean is soft, and still it shapes the land. So let yourself be like water, clear, moving, unafraid to bend. You are not losing yourself. You are returning to the form that was always meant to flow. Let softness carry you the way water carries a fallen leaf. Now that you have softened, the body begins to remember its own language, the language of presence. It speaks not in words, but in warmth, in contact, in rhythm. It says, "You are here," and that is enough. Take a breath, slow and even. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth, softly, like fog leaving glass. Let your attention move to the top of your head. Notice the lightness there, as if a gentle palm were resting just above your hair. Then down to the forehead. Let the skin smooth itself. No effort, just the feeling of space returning. The eyes, soft in their sockets. The jaw, unlatched. The tongue, resting. The throat, a quiet doorway for air. Breathe in again and feel the air drift lower to the shoulders, to the chest, to the slow rise and fall that has always been your first lullaby. Each breath out, let the place that meets the bed become heavier, as if the world were gently holding you there, keeping you safe in its quiet arms. Notice how the body responds when you stop asking it to perform. It loosens. It listens. It begins to trust the ground again. The warmth of a blanket against your skin. The subtle weight of gravity. Steady, protective. The hum of your heartbeat. Patient, forgiving. Every sensation is a small reminder. You are being held. You can picture a cup of tea in your hands, steam rising, ceramic warm against your palms, the scent soft and earthy, anchoring you deeper into this now. Nothing exists beyond the breath, the warmth, the stillness between heartbeats. Presence is not something you chase. It's what remains when everything else sits down. It's the quiet that lingers when thought pauses. It's the body saying, "You may rest here." Bring attention now to your stomach. Soften it. Let it rise with the inhale, fall with the exhale. There is no need to pull or hold. Let this part of you expand freely, as if it were sighing with relief. Move the awareness downward, to the hips, to the thighs. Notice how the fabric of your clothes, the texture of the blanket, the coolness of air, all join together in a single, steady comfort. Further down, to the knees, the calves, the ankles. Let them rest heavy and warm, as if the earth itself were cradling them. And now the feet, each toe softening, each arch settling. The points of contact with the world are many, and all of them say the same thing. You are safe here. You can let the breath move through you like a tide, arriving, receding, carrying you back to this body, this moment, this bed of stillness that has always waited beneath your thoughts. If the mind wanders, that's all right. Let it wander the way a child drifts in a dream. The present will hold it yado too. The past is folded. The future is still. Only this breath remains. Soft, complete, enough. You are being held, not by hands, but by time itself. This quiet, living moment that asks only that you stay, held by the present. You can float into time. The present is holding you now, steady, warm, unhurried. And in that stillness, you begin to feel something deeper moving beneath it all, the slow current of time. Time has always been here, flowing quietly, a river that never stops. You are not outside of it. You are resting within it. Inhale, one river in. Exhale, one river out. Feel how each breath mirrors the current, the steady pull forward, the soft retreat back. Imagine the river gliding past you. The surface is smooth, silver with moonlight. You sit within it, not resisting, not clinging. A stone resting on the riverbed, warmed by the sun that once touched it, cooled by the water that now slides across its skin. The river does not ask the stone to move, it only asks to pass, and the stone does not try to hold the water, it simply lets it go. Over time, the water carves lines, tiny, invisible at first, then deeper, rounder, more beautiful. These are the stories the years tell through you, not scars, but shapes of endurance. You may have thought you needed to resist the flow, to stay strong by standing firm. But the truth is gentler. You have always been strong because you stayed, because you let the current polish you without losing your center. Inhale, one river in. Exhale, one river out. Notice how everything passes through you. Moments arrive, shimmer, and leave. Thoughts ripple, then dissolve. Even emotion is water, a tide that rises, lingers, and quietly returns to sea. You are not the water. You are the space that holds its movement. You are the stone that knows how to endure without closing. There is nothing to cling to, and that is peace. The river's passing is not loss. It is how the world keeps shaping beauty. Look at your own life from this still point. All the days you've lived, the laughter, the ache, the waiting, the wonder. Each one has passed over you, smoothing an edge, leaving a pattern of light and shadow. Feel the texture of your own becoming, not worn down, but made luminous. The way a pebble shines when lifted from water, warm in the hand, simple and complete. Nothing in you is wasted. Every touch of time has polished a truth. You are not broken by the years. You are shaped by them. Inhale, one river in. Exhale, one river out. Let the sound of the river fill the spaces within you. It is not rushing. It is not waiting. It is simply flowing, as you are simply being. Stay with that rhythm, the current, the calm, the breath. Let time pass through you like light through glass, leaving no wound, only reflection. Even the stone learns to shine from the passing. The river continues to move, gentle and endless. Its water curls around you, then drifts away without regret. You reach for it, out of habit, to hold the shimmer, to keep the moment still. But when your hand closes, the water slips through your fingers. You can't hold a river. You were never meant to. Inhale softly. Exhale, and imagine your fingers loosening. Feel the warmth spread from your palm outward, a slow unfurling, a quiet surrender. Release a little, then a little more. We spend so much of our days gripping the steering wheel, the phone, the edge of a thought. We hold on to outcomes, to stories we've told ourselves about how life should be. We clutch at control as if the world might fall apart without our hands to keep it whole. But the world does not need to be gripped. It only asks to be cared for. Control is a fist. Care is an open hand. Inhale again. Feel the air fill your chest. Exhale, let it leave without effort. The breath does not ask permission to go. It trusts you to release it. If you listen closely, you can hear the echo of your own holding, the tightness in the shoulders, the jaw that forgets to rest, the mind that won't stop rehearsing what-ifs. You do not have to pry it open. Just notice the tension and let warmth do the rest. Release a little, then a little more. Picture a handful of sand. You squeeze it, trying to keep it safe, but it only slips faster through the cracks. When you open your hand, the grains remain. Quiet, unmoving, sunlit, and still. That is the difference between control and care. One drains, the other sustains. Sometimes we grip even our pain, as if by holding it, we might understand it better. But pain, too, softens when given air. It does not disappear. It transforms, becoming gentler, more bearable, like a knot slowly untying itself underwater. Let the breath help you. Inhale the thought of warmth. Exhale the weight of needing to manage it all. You are not abandoning what matters. You are letting it breathe. You are allowing life to move, to adjust, to find its own balance again. Release a little, then a little more. Your hands rest now beside you, no longer tools of tension, but quiet instruments of peace. They remember how to simply be. The fingers no longer curl in defense. They open, ready to receive, ready to feel. Even the mind feels lighter, as if space itself has opened between thoughts, the same way the river widens as it approaches the sea. There is strength in loosening. There is clarity in release. To hold too tightly is to forget that life moves on its own. Breathe once more. Feel the air glide across your palms, cool and kind. Notice how the current greets your openness. With open hands, the river feels kinder. The hands are open now. The river has slowed, and in the calm water surface, reflections begin to appear. They drift in softly, not as sharp pictures, but as shapes in a thin, silver haze. Memories. They rise like mist across a quiet field at dawn, hovering low to the ground, glowing faintly where the early sun begins to reach. Breathe, short, gentle. Once, twice, 3 times. Just watching. Then one long exhale, and let it drift. You don't need to name what you see. You don't need to reach for it. Let the moments come as they wish. Some clear, some faint, some carrying a tenderness you forgot you owned. Notice how each memory glimmers, then begins to dissolve at its edges. This is what they were always meant to do. They are not meant to stay, only to pass through, like breath, like weather. You are not inside the memory anymore. You are standing beside it, watching light move through it the way sunlight filters through fog. There may be faces, there may be voices, half-formed and fading as they speak. There may be colors you can't quite name. Let them be. Let them move the way mist moves, softly, directionless, free. Breathe 3 short breaths again, as if watching each image lighten. Then 1 long, steady breath, and feel the air clear. Memory is not a cage. It is a sky that shifts. Every moment you've lived rises for a while, shines, and then folds itself back into the air. You don't lose it by letting it go. You honor it by allowing it to change. Even the most tender recollection does not need to be held tight. Its beauty lies in its impermanence. Like dew, it catches the morning sun for a heartbeat and then disappears, not gone, but transformed into light. Notice how your body feels as the mist lifts. The chest expands more freely. The face softens. The air around you seems lighter, as though the room itself has begun to breathe again. This is what happens when you stop identifying with the picture in your mind. You become the space around it, not the shape inside it. You are the quiet field, not the mist. You are the warmth that lets it rise, and the light that welcomes its return to sky. Breathe, short, 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 then 1 long sigh that carries everything away. Let it all blur now. The images, the edges, the need to remember clearly. What dissolves is not lost. It becomes gentleness. Let the sun climb higher over the field of your thoughts. Watch the last veils of fog turn to gold. Feel how open the air becomes when memory melts. There is room again for calm, for warmth, for peace to linger. What dissolves makes room for gentleness. What dissolves makes room for gentleness. And in that open space, gratitude begins to rise, quiet as morning light on the edge of sleep. Every moment you've loved has already begun to move on, and the movement is not loss, it is grace. Inhale, thank you. Exhale, you may go. The breath becomes a soft ceremony, a ritual of release and reverence. Not clinging, not pushing away, simply acknowledging what was beautiful and letting it continue its way through time. Think of a flower at its final bloom, its fragrance sweetest just before the petals fall, its beauty sharper because it will not stay. You do not mourn it, you breathe it in and whisper thank you. Or imagine sunlight late in the afternoon, gold deepening to amber, touching everything it loves before it leaves. It does not fight the coming dusk. It gives warmth, and then it goes. And the world glows because of it. Inhale, thank you. Exhale, you may go. There is a kind of peace that lives inside endings, not the silence of nothing left, but the fullness of everything having been. Each goodbye, in its gentleness, teaches you how to stay open. You begin to see that nothing truly disappears. What goes simply changes its form, light to shadow, sound to memory, presence to tenderness. The passing is what keeps the world alive. The falling leaf feeds the soil. The fading scent invites new air. The setting sun prepares the sky for stars. Even your own days are petals on that same branch. Each one gives its fragrance. Each one lets go, trusting the next to unfold. Breathe again, and let the breath carry this quiet acceptance. The heart loosens its grip on what it cannot keep. The mind stops measuring what it cannot hold. The body rests deeper into the rhythm of letting be. Inhale, thank you. Exhale, you may go. The gratitude is not forced. It grows naturally when you stop resisting time. It comes when you realize that to love something fully is to allow it to move on. Even the things that hurt are softened by this kind of thankfulness. Every ache, every ending, every turn, they have all shaped you into someone capable of grace. The night outside is darker now. The last light has gone from the sky. Yet everything still glows faintly, not with brightness, but with completion. You are safe to rest, because what leaves has already given you what it came to give, and what remains will arrive in its own gentle time. Inhale, thank you. Exhale, you may go. When time is kind, the self becomes quiet. The night has settled around you now. The air is slow, the thoughts few. You have let go of the day, of memory, of time. And what remains begins to shimmer faintly. A question, gentle as breath. Who are you when you're quiet? Inhale, who? Exhale, am I? No need to answer, no need to think. Just let the question rest on the surface of your mind like a leaf floating on still water. Perhaps you are the water itself, reflecting everything, holding nothing. Inhale, who? Exhale, am I? There is no hurry. Each breath writes the question again, then lets it fade. You might imagine a mirror fogged by breath. For a moment, you see your reflection. Then it blurs, soft edges dissolving into haze. The warmth of life fogs the glass. The silence clears it again. Who are you when the image fades? When no role is left, no plan, no name whispered in the mind? You might find that what you call you is not a fixed thing at all, but a movement, a quiet current running beneath the world. It shifts, it listens, it changes shape with every breath. Inhale, who? Exhale, am I? Notice the smallness of thought compared to this stillness. The voice in your mind tries to define, but definition is only another ripple. What you are is the space the ripple moves through. You are not your history, not your worries, your name, your roles. You are what remains when they have all fallen silent. This truth is not cold. It is warm, like a blanket woven from everything you've ever loved. You are the warmth itself, not the stories that pass through it. Imagine now handwriting on a page, words written long ago, their ink fading. You can still read them, but they no longer define the paper. The paper is larger, older, endless. That is you, the quiet page beneath the words. Inhale, who? Exhale, am I? The breath begins to slow further. Each inhale feels like a soft gathering. Each exhale, a letting go of name and form. The boundaries blur between body and air, between thought and presence. You might sense yourself as something wider, a whisper in the room, a pulse within the quiet, a ripple in the river of existence. And perhaps that is enough. Perhaps the question doesn't need an answer because it was never a riddle, only an opening. Let it open. Let the self become as fluid as mist, as gentle as light passing through water. Inhale, who? Exhale, am I? Notice how the question answers itself by softening. In the hush that follows the question, something new begins to stir. Not a thought, not an answer, but a voice. It doesn't come from outside. It rises softly from within, from the same place your breath begins. It speaks like a friend who has always known you. Its tone is warm, its pace unhurried, its message simple. Place a hand over your heart. Feel the gentle rhythm there, a quiet drum keeping time for your life. Let your palm rest lightly, as if you were greeting something precious. Breathe in slowly, breathe out fully. Let the warmth of your hand meet the warmth beneath it. This is where compassion begins, not as an idea, but as a pulse. The voice says, it's okay. It's okay to be exactly as you are, not polished, not certain, not endlessly strong, just real. Inhale. Let the breath say, I am here. Exhale. Let it whisper, and that is enough. This is the voice you have always needed to hear. The one that doesn't rush to fix you, doesn't measure or scold, but stays gentle, unwavering, like a friend sitting beside your quiet. It knows you've tried. It knows you've carried so much. It knows the weight of days that never seem to end. And still, it says, you're doing beautifully, because being here, breathing, listening, softening, is already enough. Let the voice move through your chest, traveling with each breath, like warmth spreading from a small fire. It touches every place that felt too cold, too tight, too tired. You can imagine it writing you a letter, not in ink, but in kindness. Each sentence simple, each word a blanket laid over a restless thought. Dear heart, thank you for beating through the noise. Thank you for staying soft in a world that often forgets softness. You are allowed to rest. You are allowed to be imperfect and still worthy of tenderness. Breathe into that truth. Let it echo beneath your hand. You can feel your own heart agreeing, slow, steady, forgiving. The inner voice is not a whisper of weakness. It is the ground of your strength. It is what allows you to care for others without vanishing yourself. It is what turns forgiveness inward until it becomes peace. Inhale and hear it again. It's okay to be exactly as you are. Exhale and let every cell believe it. Stay here for a few breaths, hand to heart, anchored in the rhythm of being alive. Each beat, each exhale, is another way of saying yes. Yes to this moment. Yes to this life. Yes to this gentleness. You are both the voice and the one being comforted. You are both the hand and the heart. And in that meeting, that quiet self-embrace, you begin to heal in silence. From kindness, boundaries begin to blur. From kindness, boundaries begin to blur. The air feels softer now, the body lighter, as though the outline that once held you has started to breathe. Inhale, expand. Exhale, soften. You are no longer only inside yourself. You are around yourself too, in the quiet of the room, in the warmth that lingers on the blanket, in the hush that holds your name without speaking it. Let the breath widen. Each inhale opens the space around you. Each exhale melts you gently into it. No edge, no border, only presence, stretching outward like light. Imagine mist rolling over the hills at dawn. It doesn't stop to ask where the hill ends and the sky begins. It moves as one, air and earth intertwined. You are that mist now, soft, endless, belonging everywhere. Inhale, expand. Exhale, soften. The walls of the room grow tender. The air touches you like water, and you touch it back without movement. There is no clear line between what breathes and what is breathed. You are part of this stillness, woven into it the way moonlight weaves into a lake. Look inward, and the reflection looks back. Look outward, and you are what you see. The lake has no edge tonight. Its surface stretches into darkness, carrying the sky as if it were its own thought. You are the surface and the sky, the mirror and the reflection, the quiet that makes both possible. Inhale, expand. Exhale, soften. The more you soften, the wider you become. The more you widen, the gentler everything feels. The sense of I begins to dissolve, not disappearing, just opening. Like a drop of rain finding its way back into the sea, you can feel the heartbeat of the world now, steady, low, familiar. It echoes your own pulse. Each beat says, we are not separate. Each breath says, we belong to each other. The blanket around you, the night air against your skin, the whisper of wind at the window, they are not outside you. They are continuations of the same breath. Your breath, the world's breath. This is not a loss of self, but a homecoming. A remembering that you were never only one thing, never just this body, this story, this name. You are the space holding them all. You are the openness that allows everything to arise and fade. Inhale, expand. Exhale, soften. Even the thought of me becomes tender, like moonlight on water, still visible but impossible to grasp. Stay here, in this widening quiet. Let yourself be mist over the hill, lake under moonlight, air inside air. Nothing contains you. Nothing separates you. If you are larger than your name, what holds you? If you are larger than your name, what holds you? Perhaps it is this, the arms of something vast, gentle as nightfall, that still knows how to cradle the smallest part of you. Because even in the great stillness, there remains a small self, soft, human, tender. It is the child that lives quietly within your chest, watching the world with wide, uncertain eyes. Inhale for 4, hold for 7, exhale for 8, long and slow, like a lullaby whispered to that child. The small self is not wrong. It is simply young. It wants safety. It fears change. It trembles at the dark corners of the unknown. But tonight, it is safe to rest. You can imagine it there, curled gently within your breath, head resting against the heartbeat beneath your ribs. Each inhale is a hand smoothing its hair. Each exhale, a soft murmur. You're safe now. The larger self, the one that knows the river and the sky, wraps itself around the small one. Not to erase it, but to protect it. This is compassion made visible. This is love as shelter. Hold the breath for 7 counts and feel that stillness expand. A pause long enough to gather tenderness. Then exhale for 8, letting it flow outward, as if you were rocking that child in your arms. The mind may whisper its doubts. I should be stronger, braver, quieter. But the kind voice answers, you already are. Strength looks like softest tonight. Picture yourself holding a small candle in cupped hands. The flame flickers, fragile, gold, and you shield it from the wind, not by trapping it, but by staying close. That is what compassion does. It does not fix. It protects warmth until the storm passes. Now bring one hand to your heart again. Let the other rest over it, as if you were layering comfort upon comfort. Feel the rhythm between them, the pulse of life, steady, unwavering. Inhale, gather the small self into your care. Hold, let it feel your patience. Exhale, rock it gently into calm. Every fear you've ever carried, every ache left unspoken, can rest here for a while. They are not flaws, they are invitations to kindness. You are both the guardian and the guarded, both the one who trembles and the one who whispers. Hush. The world beyond your closed eyes is quiet now, but inside, a small light glows. Your light, protected, tender, refusing to go out. Compassion is not a word. It is the act of holding gently what hurts until it no longer needs to hide. Breathe again. 4, 7, 8, the rhythms of care. Let the breath itself cradle you. Held with care, you can care for the world. Held with care, you can care for the world. And as you rest in that tender holding, you begin to feel another rhythm, not of fear, not of effort, but of life itself rising softly through you. Inhale, reach. Exhale, rest. Everything alive carries this same quiet urge to reach toward light. It's there in the way a seed presses upward through the dark, how a leaf angles itself to catch a morning sunbeam, how even the smallest blade of grass leans toward the warmth that feeds it. This reaching is not striving, it is remembering. Every living thing remembers light. You are no different. Inside you, beneath the layers of thought and time, there is the same green pulse, the same longing to grow, to open, to bloom where warmth touches you. Inhale, reach. Exhale, rest. You can picture it now. A window at dawn, thin curtains stirring, dust motes floating like tiny worlds in a sunlit ocean. The air smells new. The light is soft, but insistent. It wants to find every hidden corner, every unopened petal, every place that has been waiting quietly. Let it. Let the light move through you the way water moves through roots. Slow, steady, patient. You do not have to pull it in. You only have to allow it. There is a kindness in light. It asks nothing but presence. It does not demand perfection. It simply reveals. And in that revealing, everything becomes more itself. The leaf more green, the air more golden, the heart more human. Breathe again. Inhale, reach. Exhale, rest. You can feel the warmth gathering under your skin, the body opening slightly, like a flower uncurling after rain. Each breath brings brightness deeper, not blinding, but gentle, a glow that feels like forgiveness. The light does not erase the dark, it honors it. It pours itself into every shadow, turning edges soft, making even sorrow luminous. If you listen closely, you can hear the world joining in. Trees whispering their slow ascent, rivers glinting where they bend toward sky. Your own heartbeat echoing their rhythm. Every part of existence, from stone to seed to soul, leans toward what warms it. This is the eros of life, the sacred pull toward aliveness. It is why we breathe, why we heal, why we keep opening, even after we've been broken. Inhale, reach. Exhale, rest. Let the light find you wherever you are within yourself. Even in the quietest corner of your being, it arrives, soft, golden, forgiving. You are both the seeker and the sought, both the hand reaching and the glow being reached for. Everything in you and around you moves toward warmth. Light makes kindness visible. Light makes kindness visible. And in that light, you begin to see that kindness itself is a kind of wisdom, not learned from books, but from being alive, from listening, from caring. Wisdom, when it ripens, grows warm. It no longer needs to prove or defend. It simply gives. Inhale softly. Exhale long, as though you were offering your breath to the air. Pause, just long enough to smile inwardly. This is how warmth becomes a way of knowing. You can feel it in small gestures, a coat draped over another's shoulders, half an apple shared without hesitation, a cup of tea waiting quietly on the table before anyone asks. These are not grand acts, but they are perfect ones. They say, "I see you," without needing to say it aloud. When care flows through action, it becomes truth made gentle. It's the wisdom of hands that understand without words, of eyes that soften instead of judge. It's the intelligence of the heart, quiet, constant, unmistakable. Breathe again. Let the exhale stretch a little longer than before, as if sending comfort outward to anyone who might need it tonight. You can imagine warmth leaving you in ripples, moving through walls, through distance, through the invisible web that connects everything breathing. It doesn't diminish you, it multiplies. To be wise is to care. To care is to remember that we belong to one another. This is not philosophy, it is daily life, done gently. When you offer a seat, when you listen without rushing, when you forgive before being asked, that is wisdom in motion. It is love, learning how to walk through the world. Even the simplest kindness, the note left on a desk, the smile shared with a stranger, the quiet patience in a long line, each one becomes a small light, and together, those lights make the dark less certain. Breathe again. Exhale long. Pause like a soft smile. There is strength in this gentleness, not the strength of walls, but the strength of open doors. It holds without holding back. It gives without keeping count. The mind often thinks wisdom means knowing, but the heart knows wisdom means feeling rightly, feeling the pain of another, the hope of another, the humanity that mirrors your own. When you live from warmth, you are already wise. You don't have to know everything. You only have to love clearly. This is the ethics of care, a quiet promise made again each day, to meet the world not with fear, but with gentleness that endures. Exhale one more time, as if setting a small light in the dark for someone else to find their way. Pause. A smile. In small joys, tenderness multiplies. In small joys, tenderness multiplies. And so, we begin to count them, not for greed, but for gratitude. Not to keep, but to notice. Inhale, name one joy. Exhale, let it settle. The smell of bread just out of the oven. A window cracked open after rain. The hush of early morning before anything asks for you. The soft weight of a cat curling at your feet. A message that simply says, home safe. Pause. Let warmth spread quietly through you. This is what remembering joy feels like. Inhale again. Exhale gently. The sound of distant laughter through a wall. The first sip of tea when the steam still fogs your glasses. Finding an old sweater that still holds your scent. Shoes left neatly by the door. Someone waiting. Each joy. Small enough to miss if you hurry. Each one. Enough to build a world from. Breathe slowly. With each breath, gather another. The way lamplight pools on the floor at night. The crisp fold of a page turned carefully. The smell of laundry sun-dried. The click of a pen starting to write. The first cool breeze after a long day. There is no hierarchy here. No joy greater than another. Each is a single note in the quiet music of being alive. Sometimes joy hides inside routine, the hum of the refrigerator, the warmth of water over your hands, the rhythm of steps on a familiar street. The world whispers contentment through ordinary things. Inhale, exhale. Let the air itself feel like a small joy. Proof that you are here, still breathing, still capable of noticing. When attention softens, life reveals its kindness. You realize it was never joy that was missing, only the space to see it. Take another slow breath. Let your mind drift toward memory, a friend's laughter in sunlight, a towel warmed by the radiator, the rustle of rain against an umbrella, the slow, shy smile across a room. Each recollection adds a thread of warmth to the fabric of your rest. The body begins to record them, storing peace the way a hearth stores heat. Attention shapes reality. The more you look for gentleness, the more the world answers back. It's not denial, it's devotion. The devotion of seeing what sustains you. Inhale, another joy. Exhale, another thank you. There's the faint buzz of streetlights at dusk, the clink of keys in a bowl, the quiet knowledge that the day has been enough. A door closed softly, a bed waiting. Let the list blur now, not from forgetting, but from fullness. Each small joy becomes light, and all that light gathers inside you. You are not counting anymore, you are glowing. Inhale one last time. Exhale, release every name into the air, so someone else might feel them too. Shared silence is also joy. Shared silence is also joy. It stretches softly between hearts. A bridge made not of sound, but of presence. The world outside is still, a neighborhood sleeping, streetlights humming, the faint echo of a train gliding somewhere far off. Even in this quiet, you are not alone. Someone, somewhere, is sitting beside a window, like you, watching the same moon, breathing the same night air. You might never meet, but your stillnesses overlap. Inhale gently, exhale softly. Let the breath synchronize with the unseen rhythm of another. Not identical, just aligned, like two slow tides moving under the same moon. There is comfort in this shared quiet. It doesn't ask for words or for proof. It only asks that you stay open to the idea that connection can hum in silence. You can imagine it now. Two people sitting across from each other on a night train, hands wrapped around cups of cooling tea, not speaking, yet deeply understood. Outside the window, stars flicker past like slow-moving lanterns. Inside, the quiet feels like a blanket. This is intersubjectivity, the knowing that we exist not apart, but alongside. We breathe together, dream together, heal in one another's nearness. Breathe again. Inhale, someone, somewhere, is breathing with you. Exhale, send warmth back into the space you share. Even now, beyond walls and distances, there are others settling into rest. A parent watching over a child, a friend closing a book and turning off the light, a traveler leaning their head against the window pane, watching the horizon fade. Different stories, same quiet heartbeat of night. You are part of that rhythm, one small note in a vast, kind chord. Togetherness does not depend on proximity. It lives in awareness. It grows wherever breath is noticed, where gentleness is felt. Inhale again, exhale into belonging. Sometimes, the most intimate conversations happen without sound. A glance shared, a presence that says, "I'm here too." A silence that does not divide. but joins. Feel how the air moves through you and around you, a single, endless breath connecting every life. The same air that filled the lungs of those before you, the same that will fill the lungs of those yet to come. You are part of an ancient exchange, a conversation older than language. Even the stars listen. Even the trees participate, their leaves turning exhale into inhale, your breath into theirs. The night is one continuous pulse of shared existence. Let that awareness rest lightly over you, like a soft blanket of knowing. You belong to the quiet, and the quiet belongs to you. Breathe with the world. Let the shared silence hum through your chest. Somewhere, someone feels this same peace, this same release, this same moment of being together in stillness. You are not separate. You never were. And in this togetherness, dreams are invited in. And in this togetherness, dreams are invited in. They arrive quietly, first as flickers behind the eyelids, then as small shapes of light gliding through the dim space of your mind. Your breath slows. 5 counts in, 6 counts out. Each exhale stretches a little longer, like a tide pulling softly from the shore. You are drifting now, not away, but deeper. This is the threshold, the place where waking begins to loosen its fingers, liminal space where form forgets its edges and everything becomes fluid. Thoughts begin to float, not as words, but as bubbles of light rising and falling with the rhythm of your breathing. Inhale slowly, watch them lift. Exhale gently, watch them drift apart. Each thought is a small boat lit by a single lantern, moving through a wide, dark sea. You don't have to sail them. You don't even have to watch them go. Just know they're there, making their quiet passage toward the horizon. Sometimes they glimmer, a memory, a fragment of sound, a line of music, a whisper of someone's name, but none of it clings. Everything is buoyant here. Let them float. Let them fade. The night air feels wider now, as if even the walls of your room have begun to breathe. Dust becomes stardust in the lamplight. A faint shimmer lingers above the floor, and you can almost see it, a slow, silver snowfall made not of snow, but of thought itself dissolving into quiet. Your mind is a lake at dusk, the surface smooth, the reflections unhurried. A single leaf drifts across it, turning slowly, never sinking. You are both the lake and the leaf. You are the stillness that holds motion and the motion that rests within stillness. Breathe in, breathe out. Each breath ripples gently outward, fading into hush before it returns. If a thought tries to speak, let it whisper and pass. If an image forms, let it bloom, then blur. This is not forgetting, it is allowing. The world inside you is softening its lines. Your body feels lighter, your name quieter. Awareness spreads out like mist across water, finding no boundary, only belonging. You can imagine distant lanterns, a fisherman's light on far waters, swaying slow with the waves. Each one a thought, a memory, a dream fragment floating between sky and sea. They are not lost, they are luminous. The breath continues its even rhythm, 5 in, 6 out. A lullaby older than words. The sound of your own breathing becomes the sound of wind in reeds, of tide against shore, of stars sighing above a sleeping world. Thoughts no longer need to be caught or corrected. They simply exist, like constellations reflected in a moving tide, clear for a moment, then gone, yet somehow still shining beneath the surface. You are floating with them now, weightless, timeless, cradled by quiet. Every thought you release becomes part of the softness holding you. Every letting go becomes another form of light. The line between inside and outside blurs completely. You are breath and brightness, current and calm, dreamer and dream. Floating. You begin to meet gentle mirrors. Floating. You begin to meet gentle mirrors. They shimmer at the edges of awareness, familiar yet strange, as if memory and imagination have decided to hold hands. The mind, unguarded now, opens its quiet theater. Curtains part not with sound, but with stillness. Light spills through like water, and shapes begin to move across the stage. This is the language of dreams, spoken without words, understood without effort. Inhale slowly, exhale softly, and with each breath out, let one image arrive. A doorway opening underwater, ripples bending the light into something soft and holy. A staircase woven from clouds, each step dissolving just before your foot touches down. A letter written in moonlight, its words shifting with the pulse of your breath. Don't read it, don't interpret, just watch. The meaning is already inside you, woven into the quiet fabric of being. The dream is not a puzzle to solve. It is a voice of the deeper self, the part of you that feels in symbols, that paints in color, that sings in silence. Let these images drift like petals on a river. Some may glow, some may fade. All of them are true in their own soft way. Breathe again, inhale, receive, exhale, release. There may be faces half remembered, or places that never existed until now. There may be rooms built of light or oceans with ceilings of stars. Whatever comes, welcome it gently. You do not need to understand to be taught. Dreams do not instruct, they reveal. They remind you that knowledge is not only what you think, but what you feel when the world inside you becomes fluid. The unconscious speaks kindly when you listen without trying. Its symbols are not demands, but invitations. A bird flying through your sleep may not mean freedom. It is freedom, just for that moment, perfect and weightless. You may see yourself walking through a garden of mirrors, each reflection showing a different time of your life. Childhood laughter, the ache of parting, the calm of morning light. Each one bows slightly as you pass, not to confuse you, but to bless you. Let your breath guide the rhythm. Exhale, another image surfaces. Inhale, let it expand, then fade like mist under dawn. Dreams are not apart from waking life. They are its underside, its echo, its shadow written in silver ink. Through them, your deeper self whispers what cannot yet be said aloud. When you wake, you may remember fragments, a key, a hand, a sky that turned to glass. Or you may remember nothing at all. It doesn't matter. Dreams do their work in silence, stitching meaning beneath the conscious mind. For now, you may simply drift. Let the water door close gently behind you. Let the moon letter fade to white. Let the cloud stairs vanish into the air. What remains is the lesson itself, that mystery is not something to escape, but something to rest inside. The dream teaches through presence, not proof. Breathe again and feel the night hum softly around you, as if every unseen thing were singing your name in light. What if form itself could loosen? What if form itself could loosen? The question lingers, light as a wisp of breath. You don't answer. You only feel the edges start to blur. Inhale, light. Exhale, outline. The room grows tender at its borders. Objects soften. Shapes merge with shadow. Contours melt into hush. Words lose their weight first. They fall open, syllables separating like sand through slow water. The sentence is no longer a cage. It is dust, turning to gold in the air. Inhale, light. Exhale, outline. Thoughts, too, unthread themselves. They drift apart, small clouds breaking in a wind made of stillness, each one gentler than the last, each one leaving space behind it, and that space is peace. Form is not gone, it is simply resting. Everything rests. You may see the world shimmering the way heat trembles above sand, a mirage of meaning that no longer asks to be grasped. Even the need to name what you see dissolves. There is only texture now. Soft, warm, without edge, a golden quiet. Inhale, light. Exhale, outline. Letters crumble back into sound. Sound melts into vibration. Vibration becomes breath. Breath becomes silence. And still, it feels full, a fullness made of nothing held. The dream world waits, just beyond the thinnest veil. You can feel it pressing gently at the edges of awareness. Patient, luminous, asking nothing. This is not the loss of meaning. It is its unfolding. Every idea you once carried opens its hands and releases light. See how easily the mind untangles when it is trusted to rest. See how even structure is a kindness that can take a night off. You are no longer the thinker. You are the pause between thoughts, the breath between words, the silence that allows everything to appear. Inhale, light. Exhale, outline. The body is softer now, a silhouette dissolving into warmth. Limbs drift toward stillness. The pulse slows to match the hush. You are here, and yet already halfway to elsewhere. If you listen carefully, you can hear the sound of yourself loosening, the gentle unraveling of form into freedom. The sand becomes dust, the dust becomes light, the light becomes love. Everything becomes everything. You are not falling asleep, you are falling open. Language exhales its final breath, and in its quiet absence, a new presence blooms, unspoken, infinite, whole. There is no need to hold shape anymore. There is only being, spacious and kind. Inhale, light. Exhale, outline. Watch the last border fade. And as it does, a soft knowing hums within you. What you truly are was never the form, but the field in which all forms rest. The boundaries shimmer, blur, disappear. In the loosened shape, infinity feels near. In the loosened shape, infinity feels near. And then you notice, it is not only near, it is moving through you. Inhale, 6 counts. Exhale, 6 counts. The rhythm is ancient, older than heartbeat, older than time. The air enters like tide, slow and deliberate, rising through the chest as if filling a sky. Each inhale stretches the horizon of your ribs, and each exhale lets the world settle back into stillness. Your lungs are not 2 small chambers. They are dawn and dusk exchanging light. They are the pulse of oceans disguised as breath. The chest expands, and galaxies seem to expand with it. The chest softens, and the stars exhale in return. We breathe together now, you and the world, you and the unseen life that shimmers just beyond form. Every breeze that has ever touched a leaf, every sigh of the sea upon its shore, every whisper of wind between the mountains, They are all here, reaching you through the simple act of air entering and leaving. Inhale, 6. Exhale, 6. The rhythm is not yours alone. It is the same rhythm that moves sap through trees, that rolls waves toward sand, that draws constellations slowly across the sky. There is no separation here. You are the tide turning. You are the wind circling the earth. You are the pause between sun and moon. As you breathe, notice how the boundaries of the body begin to soften, how the edges between skin and space blur like mist meeting morning light. The air is not outside you. It has never been outside you. It is a conversation, a communion, a shared pulse of being. We inhale as one, drawing in the fragrance of stars, of rain, of roots sleeping in the soil. We exhale as one, offering warmth back into the open air. Even the quiet between breaths feels alive, as if the universe itself were pausing to listen. The night above is not distant. It is mirrored in your chest. The slow rhythm of the Milky Way turning is the rhythm of your own calm heartbeat. Each star a cell of light, each heartbeat a small constellation. We are made of the same pattern. We move within the same breath. Inhale, 6. Exhale, 6. And as the breath deepens, it begins to speak, without words. There was never a you apart from this. There was only the breathing, endless, shared. You are not inside the universe. You are the universe experiencing itself through lungs and pulse and wonder. You are the field in which galaxies rest. You are the quiet expansion of everything becoming aware. In this union, nothing is lost. The small self you held earlier is still here, floating gently, safe, like a single wave returning to the sea. And the sea welcomes it home, not as surrender, but as completion. Breathe again. Feel how vast you are, how natural it is to belong, how the same air that once filled ancient forests now fills you. No beginning, no end, only the endless rhythm. Inhale and exhale, ebb and return, light and dark, we and all, and in this vastness, silence grows luminous, and in this vastness, silence grows luminous. At first, it feels like absence, a space between things, a hollow pause where sound used to be. But wait a moment longer, listen deeper. Something lives here. Inhale light, exhale and rest, pause. Listen. The pause is alive. It is not emptiness, it is presence unspoken. The heart hears it first, a slow, steady quiet, like snow falling in a forest that does not need to announce itself. There is no sound of snow landing, only the knowing that it has. You breathe again. Inhale light, exhale outline. Pause, the smallest pause, as if listening to moonlight touch the earth. Even the air seems to bow, walls withdraw to let space speak. Each breath dissolves a layer of noise until only stillness remains, and that stillness shines. This is the silence beyond sound, not quiet as absence, but quiet as being. Picture the ocean at night, flat, glassy, black-blue. No waves, only the slow silver of moon spread thin over its skin. That is your mind now. That is your breath. Nothing moves, and yet the whole sea breathes beneath you. Every thought has sunk to rest. Every word has folded its wings. What remains is knowing, without naming, the soft intelligence of stillness itself. Inhale light, exhale, wait. There. Did you hear it? The quiet listening back, apophatic knowing. Truth arrived at by what cannot be said. You do not speak it, you become it. You do not grasp, you rest open-handed until the world places its mystery in your palm. Snow continues to fall inside you, white upon white, layer upon layer, until the landscape is light itself. The moon lays a thin cloth across everything, and even darkness gleams a little. Listen. The silence has texture now. It feels like breath suspended mid-air, like the moment before a kiss, like the heart pausing to remember it is alive. You could stay here forever, because here, forever has no meaning. There is only this gentle non-time, this unmeasured calm. Inhale light, exhale, a whisper of nothing. Pause. Let the pause be your teacher. Silence does not ask you to leave the world. It shows you how vast the world is when words rest. Even the stars seem to hold their breath. Even memory waits without echo. Everything is listening. Within this quiet, the soul finds its homecoming. Not a place, but a state of utter enoughness. No effort, no seeking, only the soft truth of being still. Snow falls, the sea rests, the moon leans closer. Home has always been this quiet. Home has always been this quiet. You feel it now, not a place, but a presence. Not four walls, but warmth gathered close around the heart. The world outside continues to turn, but you have arrived. There is nothing more to do, no thought left to finish, no need to hold the day upright. You have come far enough. You have done enough. You are enough. The body knows the way home. It follows the rhythm of its own rest, slow, tender, sure. Inhale softly, exhale completely. The air feels like a blanket tucking itself around you. The pillow beneath your head carries the memory of every night before, the gentle weight that says, stay. The warmth at the nape of your neck is a quiet promise. You are safe now. Somewhere. A door closes softly. No latch. No sound. Only the hush of welcome. Your breath moves like footsteps down a familiar hallway, light, unhurried, each step slower than the last. Inhale, peace. Exhale, home. The heart slows to meet the breath slows to meet the silence, and silence opens its arms. You may feel yourself melting into the softness beneath you, the way dusk melts into night, the way a candle gives its final light and smiles. You are held by gravity, by warmth, by something older than either. The sheets sigh around your body. Your spine loosens. Your shoulders remember what it means to let go. Every small muscle offers its weight back to the earth. This is belonging, not earned, not proven, simply given. Rest is your right. Rest is how the universe gathers you back to itself. It is the language of love without words. 3 slow breaths now. Inhale 1. Feel the rise, gentle as dawn, far away. Exhale 1. Let the light fade softly behind your eyes. Inhale 2. The body, the bed, the air, all one. Exhale 2. The thoughts loosen like leaves drifting from a tree. Inhale 3. The smallest smile. Exhale 3. A surrender that is not loss, but homecoming. There is nothing left to seek, nothing left to guard. You are home, at last. Let the world hold itself. Let the stars keep watch. Let time rest its hand. Your breathing becomes the night's breathing. Your warmth becomes the world's warmth. Dream waits at the doorway, patient, kind. It knows your name and whispers it only once. quiet enough for sleep to hear.